Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F-words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic!
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
Israel Defense Forces, IDF, has confirmed that the Middle East country soldiers carried out massive airstrikes on multiple locations in Yemen capital of Sanaa on Sunday, while Nasruddin Amer, the chairman of Yemen's Saba news agency and the vice president of the media authority of Ansar Allah Movement that has Houthis group as one of its organizations, said the air defenses were able to thwart the majority of the Israeli attacks and confronted several of its combat formations, which he said forced Israeli soldiers to retreat, with the Houthis fighters using locally manufactured air defense systems. According to Israel Defense Force, multiple military targets belonging to the Houthi terrorist regime in Sanaa, Yemen, including a military site in which the presidency palace is located, the Adar and Hazaz power plants, and a site for storing fuel, all used for the military activity of the Houthi regime. These strikes were carried out in response to repeated Houthi attacks on Israel with missiles and UAVs. The Houthis, backed by Iran, continue to exploit civilian infrastructure for terror purposes. News agencies reported that Israel launched the airstrikes in Yemen's capital Sanaa, hitting areas near the presidential complex and missile bases, with additional strikes reported in Hodeidah. It was gathered that Israel carried out the strikes in response to days of attempted Houthi drone and ballistic missile attack against Israel. Local media reported with a photograph showing the Israel Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, Defense Minister, Katz, and IDF Chief, Ansar Allah Movement, at the Israeli Air Force Command Center in Tel Aviv, observing today's strikes on Yemen capital on a military facility near the presidential palace, a fuel depot, and 2 power stations. Israeli airstrikes hit Yemen's capital on Sunday, just days after the Houthi rebels fired a missile toward Israel that its military described as the first cluster bomb the rebels had fired at it since 2023. The rebels' Al Masirah satellite television reported a strike on an oil company, and video on social media showed a fireball erupting there. Nasruddin Amer, deputy head of Ansar Allah's Houthis media authority and chairman of Yemen's Saba news agency, said Yemeni air defenses intercepted most of the Israeli air raids, forcing several formations to withdraw. He stressed that Yemen's military operations in support of Gaza will continue until the aggression ends and the blockade is lifted. Amer dismissed Israel's targeting of a civilian fuel station in Sanaa as an act of barbarism and bankruptcy, with no impact on military capabilities, warning it will only trigger further escalation. In quotes, he said, "Targeting a civilian fuel station on a main street will have no impact on military operations. Thanks to God, the air defenses were able to thwart the majority of the Zionist aggression and confront several of its combat formations, forcing them to retreat, using locally manufactured air defense systems. Our military operations in support of Gaza will not cease, God willing, except with the cessation of the aggression and the lifting of the siege on it. Targeting a civilian fuel station on a main street will certainly have no impact on the military operations. Rather, it reveals the brutality and bankruptcy of the Israeli enemy and will bring upon itself further escalation. The Yemeni people will not back down from their faithful and humanitarian stance in support of Gaza." Assam Yahya al-Mutawakkil, the official spokesperson for the Yemeni oil company, in a video reposted by Houthi deputy media spokesperson, Nasruddin Amer, while Assam was seen in front of what he said to be the affected oil company model station on 60th Street, saying, "The targeted station after extinguishing the fire in it. The fuel consumed by the enemy's aircraft to reach Yemen and target the fuel station is more than the amount of fuel that was inside the tanks of the targeted station." It would be recalled that the Houthi attacks over the last 2 years since Israel began a retaliatory war in Gaza after Hamas attacked more than 1,000 people in southern Israel on October 7, 2023 have affected largely shipping in the Red Sea, through which about $1 trillion of goods passes each year. Between November 2023 to December 2024, the Houthis targeted more than 100 ships with missiles and drones. The rebels stopped their attacks during a brief ceasefire in the Gaza Strip and later became the target of a weeks-long airstrike campaign ordered by President Donald Trump of the United States. In May, the United States announced a deal with the Houthis to end the airstrikes in return for an end to shipping attacks, although the rebel group said the agreement did not include halting attacks on targets it believed were aligned with Israel. Also this year May, Israeli airstrikes hit the Sanaa airport in a rare daytime attack that destroyed the terminal and left craters in its runway. At least 6 passenger planes were hit, including 3 belonging to Yemeni Airways, according to airport authorities.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.
A young man from Delta State in the oil-rich Niger Delta region in Nigeria has been arrested after he conspired with his friend to fake a kidnapping to get money from his family in order to be able to travel abroad. The young man was seen in a video the alleged kidnapper sent to his family, threatened to be killed with a cutlass placed on his neck by the suspected fake kidnapper, who is also a native and indigene of Delta State but faked his voice to sound like an Hausa Fulani man from northern Nigeria. According to one of the popular human rights activists against insecurity in the West Africa country, Harrison Gwamnashu, the 2 suspects were arrested inside the bush after intelligence gathering indicated that the kidnapping was not genuine, adding that they were not mobilized by Senator Ned Munir Nwoko, the senator representing Delta North Senatorial Zone, who had said in a press statement that the father of the supposed victim, together with 2 members of the Idemuje Ugboko community, reached out to me. I also spoke with the victim's brothers, as well as the police in Isale, Uku and Asaba. In addition, I contacted and mobilized the Idemuje Ugboko vigilante group and held discussions with my police contacts in Asaba, giving clear instructions to track the kidnappers and ensure the safe rescue of the victim. Throughout the operation, I received tracking updates and was kept informed of the rescue movements from Asaba to Isale, Uku until the eventual arrests were made. In an earlier post, Harrison Gwamnashu had said that, for clarity, I do not know who he claims he mobilized for a rescue mission. I also do not know what he meant by saying he mobilized the police and local vigilantes. I personally fueled 3 vehicles, paid other logistics for the operation he's claiming he mobilized. According to the popular human rights and life defender, Harrison Gwamnashu, on Sunday the 16th of August 2025, an alarm was raised that a man had been kidnapped at Onitsha Ugbo, Aniocha North local government area, Delta State. Immediately, the police special anti-kidnapping and cyber crime unit Saba, led by the OC, swung into action, working tirelessly with a team of military officers from 63 Brigade Saba, the Nigeria Forest Security Service, NFSS, and Delta State government house trackers, advanced to Isale Uku to rescue the alleged victim. After hours of coordinated intelligence gathering, it was discovered that the incident was not a genuine abduction but a case of self-kidnapping. The location was secured, and the 2 suspects behind the act were arrested and are now in custody. We sincerely thank the officers and men of the 63 Brigade Saba, the OC and officers of the Special Anti-Kidnapping and Cyber Crime Unit and the NFSS for their resilience, sacrifice, and dedication to keeping our communities safe. Special appreciation also goes to His Excellency Right Honorable Sheriff Oberevwori, Executive Governor of Delta State, for standing firmly behind security operations. As we commend these gallant men and women, we must also stress the need for greater support. The security teams involved in this operation need stronger logistics, equipment, and resources to sustain their work and extend their coverage across Delta State. With such support, we can replicate this success statewide and ensure no community is left vulnerable. Finally, never for any reason refuse to report a suspected case of kidnapping. Every report matters, Harrison Gwamnishu stated. In a statement on Saturday, Senator Ned Munir Nwoko said, "I recently received a distress call from a parent whose son was said to have been kidnapped, with a viral video showing him in the forest of Antioch North. I immediately mobilized the police and local vigilante for rescue, only for investigations to reveal that the young man staged his own kidnap. This is a reckless and criminal act, alien to the values of our people in Delta North, and it must not be allowed to take root. Staged kidnappings traumatize families, waste vital security resources, erode public trust, and trivialize the suffering of genuine victims. I therefore urge security agencies to ensure the culprits face the full weight of the law, to send a clear message that such deceit has no place in our society. As Senator representing Delta North, I remain committed to safeguarding our communities, supporting security agencies, and ensuring that peace and trust prevail among our people." Shortly after the senator issued the statement, Harrison Gwamnishu responded and said, "Please, if you have time, kindly visit Senator Ned's comments section and leave a message. For clarity, I do not know who he claims he mobilized for a rescue mission. I also do not know what he meant by saying he mobilized the police and local vigilantes. I personally fueled 3 vehicles, paid other logistics for the operation he's claiming he mobilized. The truth is simple, we went for the operation on our own working with the victim's family. Senator Prince Ned Nwoko neither sent us nor mobilized us in any way. I have to put the record straight because some members of our team are already feeling that I was paid by Ned and chose not to extend anything to them. For the sake of truth and to protect the morale of our selfless members who risk their lives daily, I humbly plead that he should reissue his press statement. This will prevent any form of discouragement among the men and women who sacrifice so much without expecting personal gain. To be clear, none of us was mobilized for this rescue mission. And if indeed he claims he did, then he should kindly present the evidence. Those who were directly involved in this successful operation include officers from the Police Special Anti-Kidnapping Squad Saba, soldiers from the 63 Brigade Saba, a tracker from Government House Saba, operatives from Nigeria Forest Security Service, NFSS, and my humble self and 2 anonymous fellows who choose to hide their identity. We remain committed to saving lives, not chasing headlines. I urge all stakeholders, leaders, and well-meaning Deltans to continue supporting the work we do. Together, we can make our communities safer for everyone. I remember pleading with the well-to-do in our communities to empower their local vigilante. The time is no longer tomorrow. The time is now. Call home, stand with them, and assist them. Our vigilantes need every support they can get to overpower what lies ahead. At this very moment, there are more than 5 different teams of armed kidnappers operating within Antioch Oshimili. This is not hearsay. It is based on the number of persons kidnapped in different locations. Shockingly, one of these gangs operating around Otulu, Isele Azagba, is even led by a woman, yes, a woman. The man who escaped 2 days ago can testify to this. Do not be deceived. Just because your community has not yet been attacked does not mean you are safe. Your town might already be marked as their ransom collection point. Please, guard your communities. Nobody will protect your home better than you. We remain out here, doing our best to help, but this fight requires all of us. Stand up now before it becomes too late, Harrison Gwamnishu reacted. The senator, Ned Nwoko, quickly reissued a statement and said that, "My attention has been drawn to certain comments questioning my earlier statement regarding the recent kidnapping incident. What I wrote and posted was exactly what happened. When there are critical issues like kidnapping and I am contacted by those directly affected, I take whatever steps I consider necessary to ensure the matter is resolved safely. It is not unusual for different agencies, groups, and individuals to be working on the same issue at the same time, sometimes without even being aware of each other's involvement. That was precisely the case here. In this case, the father of the supposed victim, together with 2 members of the Idemuje Ugboko community, reached out to me. I also spoke with the victim's brothers, as well as the police in Isele Luku and Saba. In addition, I contacted and mobilized the Idemuje Ugboko vigilante group and held discussions with my police contacts in Saba, giving clear instructions to track the kidnappers and ensure the safe rescue of the victim. Throughout the operation, I received tracking updates and was kept informed of the rescue movements from Saba to Isele Luku until the eventual arrests were made. I acknowledge and appreciate the efforts of others who were involved at different points, including Harrison Gwamnashu, the military, the police, and every operative who contributed to the successful resolution of this unfortunate saga. Kidnapping is a serious crime, and my only concern is always to ensure that lives are saved and communities are safer. Harrison Gwamnashu, in a statement that seems to accept the senator's clarification, said, "Thank you, distinguished Senator Prince Ned Nwoko, for your clarification and for openly acknowledging the work we do. Your recognition means a lot to us and strengthens our resolve to keep serving our people selflessly. We remain committed to this cause. Thank you once again."
Post security executive governor today, during the Security Council meeting, highlighted on the efforts of the Delta State government in bringing development and some level of tranquility to the people and progress. He highlighted on all the developmental projects that have been done, the roads, the infrastructure, and the empowerment programs. And he also emphasized on the efforts that is going to be put into the Ember months before December, before 2026, so that people know that the Delta State government in bringing development and some level of tranquility to the people and progress. He highlighted on all the developmental projects that have been done, the roads, the infrastructure, and the empowerment programs. And he also emphasized on the efforts that is going to be put into the Ember months before December, before 2026, so that people know that Delta State is safe. People can come back home and come and celebrate with their families, and security will be assured, and all the efforts of the government are put in place in line with the security.
Today call for the ransom. Speaker made and hear you.
Okay. Alhaji, I no go bring up on the money bar. I go kill him for your brother here. I say here na my place. Here na Sambisa. If I don't bring up for the money, I will kill him for your brother.
All right. Good evening. Good morning. Sorry. I posted something yesterday about self-kidnapping. You know, people taking advantage of the situation in town to kidnap, to fake their kidnapping to make money. All right. So the case we have been working on since on Sunday. All right. It turned out to be a fake kidnapping.
Left everything they are doing because they want to come and rescue somebody that was kidnapped. They tracked you down, every of your conversation. They prepare to get you, and now it's all false. It's not good.
I'm sorry for that. I don't know that it will lead to this extent. I thought it's just something that they can just do for me and alone. Just travel, maybe come back and apologize. I've never had this kind of person, but just the frustration was much on me. My father can't tell.
I don't want to hear kidnapping in Delta State again. The government said don't want anything kidnapping, and now you carry yourself, give police. Now you carry yourself, give army. Now you carry yourself, give foresters. They will come swallow you with that now. We talked today. I even posted today on my page. I said anybody where they fake kidnapping, they go treat where they treat kidnappers. The real one, Abi. I posted this evening, not about before you even came to this time. I read it. As if I knew your own case is fake kidnapping. It's very wrong, you know. So
now my village person,
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
I'm from Uboko, sir.
From Uboko?
Yes, sir.
Uboko person?
Yes, sir.
Chuka, is he from Uboko?
Your papa and mama is from Uboko?
Yes, sir.
Foresters!
Secure the nation forest!
Foresters!
Secure the nation forest!
So this one I warning to everybody. So are they careful? Nobody should come and fake kidnapping for Delta State because we will catch you. You don't go hide anywhere. Anywhere we enter, we will catch you. Because say then the kidnapping happen for our state. Let me say we can't they fake kidnapping anywhere. If they catch you, they go treat you as they treat kidnappers. I mean a lie. That's how it will be. So I beg, come on your hand for bad things. Not only kidnapping, both armed robbery. As they come down from Okiti, they attack us for road. They block road, but you know all of them clear. Now for instance they run out. So special thanks to Delta State Commissioner of Police CP Abane Wonder. Special thanks to the Nigerian Army, 63 Brigade. Special thanks to the anti-kidnapping squad, and special thanks to Foresters. Foresters!
Secure the nation forest!
This one's now going to pay for their crime. Alright, so I want to thank the 63 Brigade for their assistance, the anti-kidnapping team, Delta State Police Command, the Foresters, and also the local vigilante for their assistance. Alright, and also tracker from Delta State Government House, Saba. It's been confirmed as the case we have been working on since on Sunday. It's a case of self-kidnapping. So yeah, so we're currently at Iseluku. This is Iseluku. Yeah.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.
Anambra State Governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo has dismissed 8 members of the state special vigilante group known as Aganekemba after the sacked security operatives were seen in a now viral video allegedly assaulting a female National Youth Service Corps, NYSC member, Jennifer Elabor to the level of complete nakedness after they torn her clothes and continued assaulting her even when they observed during the process nothing more was covering any part of her body. This, the dismissed vigilantes did after they allegedly chased some young men on motorcycles they claimed were members of a secret cult to the victim's compound at Oba community in Idemili South local government area of Anambra State on July 23, 2025. According to the state television station, Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, the Anambra state government, through the Aganekemba Security Command, has dismissed 8 of her operatives for their involvement in the brutal assault and public stripping of a corps member, Miss Jennifer Elabor. The dismissed operatives will be handed over to the police for immediate prosecution. Speaking at the agency headquarters in Awka, the special advisor to Governor Chukwuma Soludo on community security, Mr. Kenamikai, said the state government acted swiftly after receiving reports that the operatives, while in pursuit of suspected cultists on July 23, 2025 assaulted corps members, an action which he described as totally outside the mandate of the agency and utterly condemnable. Mr. Amikai stressed that the Soludo administration will not tolerate any form of unprofessionalism, brutality, or abuse of office by security operatives, assuring that any officer found guilty of misconduct will face immediate dismissal and prosecution. He disclosed that despite pleas from the victim's family and NYSC officials not to prolong prosecution for damaging the identity of the people involved, the Anambra state government insisted on full investigation and accountability to serve as deterrence. The special advisor further revealed that the agency has already settled all medical bills of the corps member, replaced damaged valuables such as laptops and phones, and tendered a public apology to the victim, her family, NYSC, and the general public. Mr. Amikai reiterated the government's resolve to reform community security operations in the state, emphasizing that Governor Soludo's administration is committed to upholding professionalism, accountability, and respect for human rights in all security engagements. He assured that the incident will be used as a turning point to strengthen discipline and restore public trust in the Aganekemba outfit. Meanwhile, the Anambra State Police Command has condemned in strong terms the alleged assault on a female member of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, in Oba, Idemili South local government area of the state. The assault was reportedly carried out by vigilante operatives. Following the incident, the suspects involved have been identified. The command, however, notes that the alleged victim's unavailability has temporarily stalled the ongoing investigative process. Meanwhile, the command has reiterated that assault in any form remains a criminal offense under the Nigerian law and reserves the right to take necessary legal action to aid the court proceedings while waiting for the victim. The command hereby reassures Corps members serving across the state of its unwavering commitment to their protection, urging them to always report incidents of harassment, intimidation, or abuse for prompt intervention. The command further cautions vigilante groups and other quasi-security outfits against acts of brutality or abuse of authority, warning that any such misconduct will not be condoned. SP Tochukwu Akenga, Police Public Relations Officer, Anambra State Police Command, stated this in a press release issued on the 19th of August 2025. Omiyele Sawore, founder of Sahara Reporters, in a statement said, "I strongly condemn the brutalization of a youth corps by the governor, Charles Chukwuma Soludo's Aganekemba vigilante group in Oba, Anambra State. This barbaric act is unacceptable and must not be swept under the carpet. Even when the individuals responsible for this violence have been identified and apprehended, they must also be brought to trial immediately through an impartial judicial process. Our National Youth Service Corps Youth Corps members are serving Nigeria. They must never be subjected to intimidation as was done to Ashie Rita, humiliation, or sexual violence as seen in the horrific Anambra vigilante video. Vigilante groups cannot be allowed to operate above the law or brutalize innocent citizens with impunity." Punch newspaper had reported that the Anambra state government has condemned the assault on a National Youth Service Corps member, Jennifer Elabor, by members of the state security outfit. This is just as it said those responsible have been identified, arrested and detained. Punch Online reports in a video that went viral on Tuesday, the operatives armed with guns stormed the Corps members' lodge, accused them of being internet fraudsters despite showing their identification cards and uniforms. The operatives were seen beating the female Corps member despite her cries for help. In the process, her clothes were torn, leaving her exposed. Despite this, the operatives in number continued to beat the female Corps member. In the video, the Corps member was seen begging the security operatives to stop as they continued to hit her. The attack has, however, triggered outrage on social media, with many Nigerians condemning the actions of the vigilante group and demanding justice for the victim. Appearing on Channels Television's The Morning Brief on Tuesday, Special Advisor to Governor Chukwuma Soludo on Community Security, Kenemikai, described the incident as unfortunate and unacceptable. He confirmed that the operatives involved in the assault had been arrested and are currently under investigation. According to Remikai, the incident occurred during a joint security operation when operatives of Aganekemba, the state security outfit established under the Anambra State Homeland Security Law 2025, pursued suspected cultists into a residential compound. He explained that the operation was part of Operation Udo Kachi, a code name for joint task force operations involving the police, army, Department of State Services, civil defense, and the state's security outfit. The operatives were on the trail of some suspected cultists riding on motorcycles when they pursued them into a compound. In the process of searching the houses in line with their mandate, the unfortunate incident involving the Corps member occurred. While they were acting within the law, their conduct in that instance was unacceptable, he said. He stated that the government wasted no time in addressing the matter once it was reported. Immediately the incident happened, we arrested the operatives involved and placed them in detention. Our practice is to first carry out preliminary investigations, bring in the victims and complainants, and then determine whether the matter warrants internal disciplinary action or prosecution, he stated. Amikai disclosed that the assaulted corps member was invited to his office alongside NYSC officials, where he personally listened to their account of the incident. Our conclusion is that while the operatives were on a legitimate assignment, the manner in which they acted was not acceptable. We have made that very clear, and disciplinary measures are being taken, he added. Amikai also clarified the distinction between Operation Udo Kachi and Agbinekemba, noting that the former is a joint security operation involving multiple agencies, while the latter is the state's statutory security outfit created by law. He assured residents of Anambra that Governor Charles Soludo's administration will not condone any abuse of power by security agents, particularly against innocent citizens. Reacting, NYSC in a statement on Wednesday said, "The management of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, is saddened by the unfortunate assault on one of its female corps member by some operatives of the Anambra State Vigilante Group in Oba, Idemili South LGA of Anambra State. Management strongly condemns the unacceptable and dehumanizing manner in which the operatives conducted their operations, irrespective of their initial justification for the purported investigation they set out to carry out at the facility where the corps members were accommodated. While appreciating the concern of the general public over this horrific incident, as well as the initial measures taken by the Anambra state government, management wishes to assure the general public that it believes in, and supports the ongoing investigation by the Nigeria police force towards unraveling what transpired. This we trust will help get justice for the corps member in question and any other aggrieved party. Furthermore, necessary administrative procedures are underway to assist the corps member in question in managing the physiological and psychological trauma resulting from this unfortunate incident. Management wishes to use this medium to restate its strong commitment to the welfare and security of corps members nationwide. Nigeria is ours. Nigeria we serve. Thank you, Caroline Embu, Acting Director, Information and Public Relations stated.
In further demonstration of our openness and our readiness to be fair to everybody, we are going to take them now, with or without the girl and members of our family. We are going to take them to the police and hand them over to the police. That is what we are about doing now. And this is the essence of bringing them out so that everybody will see them. We are not shielding anybody. Because some people have been insinuating, somebody is trying to sweep this under the carpet. In further demonstration that is not what we are doing. There is no scapegoat in what we are doing. And the governor of Anambra said, Mr. Governor, is not interested. He has not sent us out to molest anybody.
Posters who are connected, bringing you the news in a more digital way. Posters who are connected, bringing you the news in a more digital way.